Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisraelpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality. Visit isisraelpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isisraelpc.com. Welcome, everybody, to another fantastic episode of Is This Real?
Is this real?
Tonight's episode, as you heard the Pope say at the beginning of the episode, we are talking about superstitions as we continue this superstitious season of season 13. I don't know why I did that.
Superstitious.
Shut it.
Baby superstitious.
We don't have permission for that song.
I butchered it so bad no one's going to recognize it.
And, I mean, Stevie can't even look at it. In the booth tonight, what we have Pope Tony. Say hello.
I'm in the Pope.
We have Mr. West. Mr. West is in the building. Say hello.
Ciao.
And behind the scenes, as always, we have, well, not as always, but we have Lord Roadblockington over there.
Hey, yo.
So, superstitions, gentlemen, as we continue this. Like I said, this season, a lot of weird shit we're talking about. Religions, pseudo-religions, a lot of, like stuff like numerology we're going to cover this season. Mysticism or communication devices, stuff like that.
Esoteric shit.
Yeah. So, superstitions. Do we believe in superstitions? Let's just put it like that. Like, I don't want to jump off. Like, I think you have to sit there and get a feel right off the bat with stuff like superstitions. Because if you turn around and be like, no, I don't believe in any of it, then anything we talk about throughout this episode, you're going to be like, fuck you, I don't believe in it. Are you having trouble, Joshua? Okay, just keep going.
So I don't want to give you my answer if I believe in him or not right here at the moment, but I will say this. Do you remember how last season, all those months ago in our season of cults, we kept talking and bringing up that question of, like, are people weak-minded or are they just stupid? And I kept saying that.
I think weak-minded and stupid are one of the same.
No. There's two different things. But
Okay.
I kept saying that I don't think it's
snuggle.
I don't think people are so much weak. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're more weak-minded or they're looking for acceptance type shit. When it comes to superstition, I think people are fucking stupid.
Okay, that's West.
There's some things that are like Ouija boards. I don't fuck with Ouija boards. I'm superstitious.
Well, that's communication device. It's not really a superstition. Like when we talk about superstitions, talking about like walking under a ladder or a black cat crosses
they're
you.
Unnecessary fears. If I remember what I read,
yeah. So
they're unnecessary.
This is the definition
fears.
of a superstition. Maybe I'll give you the definition before you give your answer, if you prefer that.
Sure.
All right. So superstitions are beliefs or practices that stem from irrationality or fear, often involving supernatural or mystical elements. They vary widely across cultures and can manifest in countries countless forms, from lucky charms to omens of doom. But yeah, so that's what a superstition is.
Oh, yeah, so then I do believe in superstitions. Because Dominicans believe that Vaporub can solve everything.
What?
Vapor rub.
Oh, Vapor Rub, yeah. He said Vaporub, and I thought it was a He-Man character. Like, after Skeletor was defeated, the next big baddie was Vaporub. I'm like, isn't that Mumra's cousin?
I thought Vaporub, that sounds like a demon. Like, you're going to start conjuring something, my dude.
Sounds like that guy on Vines, like pronouncing things incorrectly. Vaporub.
Eric, because of the fact that I'm actually engaged to a Dominican woman, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Spanish people believe in that is not really a superstition, because there's a little bit of truth to some of the healing effects.
Well, that's what Vapor Rub's supposed to do, heal you. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I wouldn't call it a superstition.
But if you put Vapor Rub on everything, then I think it becomes like,
yeah,
it's like, oh, he's missing an arm. He was just hit by a car. Get the Vapor Rub. It's like, the fuck is that going to do, abuela?
You got a gunshot, put Vapor.
It's not red hot, dude. You don't put that shit on everything. No. So Joshua, do you believe in superstitions?
I mean, when I was a kid, I guess I could say I did, but that was because, I didn't fucking know better.
You know, don't walk under a ladder.
Yeah.
Don't
shit
let
like
a black
that.
cat cross you. Don't push grandma down the stairs. Stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, first of all, why is that a superstition? Why did you mention that one?
I don't
Anyway,
know.
no.
I tried to push my grandmother down the stairs once. Didn't work.
That's not a superstition. That's just a very never mind. Yeah, because I mean we're all young.
There's always a horseshoe in my one grandma's house, but that being...
Shut the fuck up. Mic off.
Already? The episode's 5 minutes old.
That it's a record.
That really is. Because you're a young, innocent fucking child. And you don't know any better, so you can kind of believe it when people say it. But maybe being younger, you saw one or two things happen as a consequence after that superstition. So that kind of like pushed it to being believable for you.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, you're told by something about an adult and you want to believe them because, like, they're an adult. It's like, don't step on the crack, you'll break your mom's back, or, don't walk on the
Shut up,
ladder.
Josh.
Don't walk on the ladder because you're going to get bad luck. Don't break a mirror, or I promise I'll take you right home. Just get in the trunk. Like,
Shut
there's
up.
certain things that you believe as a child when an adult says it.
One thing that I never understood why, and one superstition I never understood, maybe someone can explain it to me, is not opening up an umbrella inside.
There's a lot of them that don't have explanations.
Like, who the fuck came up with that?
Well, there's no rain inside. What's the point of opening it up?
So what happens if you fucking open it up, though?
No, there's nothing. But that's what I'm trying. Like, nothing happens.
Here's
And
another
you
one.
Open the portals to Narnia.
Here's another one. Don't put brand new shoes on a table.
Well, I can understand where they come from, but not because of the supernatural thing.
My mama always used to say, "Don't put the purse on the ground because that's a bad luck omen."
Don't put shoes on the bed
because you're gonna like lose money.
Yeah, don't put shoes on the bed. Mom would yell at me all the time for that as a kid.
But that's
Get
just
your fucking shoes off the bed. What's
that's
wrong
just
with
a
you?
hygiene thing though, because you're just using your shoes outside.
Exactly. That's why I
That's
don't put
not a
shoes on the.
superstition.
No,
though.
but you're right. But I think it comes like superstitions are born from a place that kind of makes sense, and then we just kind of like there's some asshole who completely botches the message behind it, and that's what takes off.
Well, I don't think it could be classified.
They're born as scare tactics for children.
But that's the thing. I don't think it'd be classified as a superstition if there's no supernatural element behind it, because that's what a superstition is. It's
Because you're afraid something bad's gonna happen.
bad's gonna happen or something good in some case. Like this thing said, superstitions can be used as examples to be as simple as avoiding black cats or walking under ladders, or as complex as rituals performed to ward off evil spirits or ensure good fortune.
I don't think that's a superstition. That's just more of a ritual at that point.
Well, I mean, I think it becomes a superstition if you believe like something like would sage ward off evil spirits from your
I was
house.
gonna say, would it count? Like, would that saging the house thing count as a superstition?
I
Or is that-
believe
or
it
is that-
should.
Or is that counting as a ritual type?
Well, if it's a ritual, that means it is a superstition then.
By that logic, then the ritual of like praying would be for the superstition of.
Well, it's
You're 100%
religion
agreed.
is
Yeah.
all about superstition.
Well, no, religion is about what you believe in,
more
which
of a
is
faith-
something
it's more
that.
of more of a faith thing.
See, okay, yes, exactly. It's like you
Hold
have.
on, wait. Go to church on Sunday,
Uh-huh.
or something bad's gonna happen.
You're gonna
No.
burn forever.
You're not gonna go to heaven. No. It's
I get what you're
these
saying.
do
You're
these
tracking it.
things, or you're not gonna
bad.
go to heaven.
Okay,
That's a
different.
bad thing. Yeah, it's a superstition.
No, it's not. It's not. A
Why
superstition.
isn't it a superstition?
Because those are preordained consequences. That means that you already know that this can happen if you don't do this. Or like if you see a fire, you put your hand over it, you're gonna get burned. Like that's gonna happen no matter what happens.
Didn't you say the definition was like it plays onto like people's fears or something?
Right. This
Yeah.
is something where
It's indoctrination.
But that's the thing, and we talked about this last season with cults. People get, and I said this, people get fearful when you talk about their religion
yeah.
and talking about something. There's talk Mama and Papa, perfect example. They were afraid of not getting into heaven.
Time out. They weren't afraid of not getting to heaven if they did something. They broke a mirror. Like we're talking immediate
Well, no,
consequences.
I'm not talking about breaking a mirror or anything like that. I'm talking about straight up like religious.
Yeah, that's what a religion does to you. It fucks you up. Makes you
So-
think that you're gonna be eternally punished if you don't worship the exact way that you were told to worship.
So are there cases of superstitions actually like happening? Like you did some, you broke
Well,
a mirror and then like some bad shit happened.
There,
right
I
afterwards?
guarantee there are. The only one that I take that I can remember properly, I forgot what year it is, and take it for what you want to believe in or not. I think it was 1985 or 86 in the playoffs with the Mets and the Cubs. I think it was one of those.
It was
years.
86.
It was 86. The Mets were losing. They were down, I think, 2 or 3 runs, and I think it was late in the game, 8th or 9th inning. And they were, if they lost the game, they lost the series. They weren't doing anything. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong on this, and if anybody wants to look this shit up, please go ahead. But I know that in that game, a black cat jumped onto the field, ran in front of the Cubs dugout, and the Mets went on to win the game. Now, you could sit there and say, is that, a black cat walked in front of them, did they get bad juju, bad luck? That, a black cat, something like that. People sit there and go, it's what happens, what the superstition is. And something bad happened to the Cubs team. Now, I would turn on, they lost the game, but, if the plane crashed after the game and they all died, then I'd be like, okay, there's something to this. But they lost.
It sounds like something out of a Family Guy episode. Like this, the black cat goes across the Cubs dugout. Next thing you know, the Cubs lose the series. The stadium bursts into flames, and then the fucking airplane crashes right onto the stadium.
Another Chicago riot of 8.
No, see,
that one's
That
a
would be
teeter
nuts.
for me.
That would be nuts.
I could sit there and
no. You want to know why they lost? The Cubs lost that game with the black cat thing because they saw the black cat and it fucked with them. It fucked with their mind and realized, oh my god, when you start worrying about something or something's on your mind, you're not focusing 100% on whatever your task you're trying to do is, so you make mistakes. And people will take advantage of those mistakes, which is how the Mets won. That's all. Yeah. It's nothing to do with any sort of bad luck or the cat was there. Because if that was the case, if this was true, and we could definitely know that certain things would make bad luck happen, there would be every preventative measure to make sure that didn't happen. All cats, regardless of color,
are evil.
No. If that were the case, and we knew that black cats gave you bad luck, then outside of every stadium for a 20-mile radius, regardless of the color, that cats would be euthanized. No cats allowed near the stadium because we don't want to risk a black cat accidentally straying into center field, running across our outfielder, and then all of a sudden we're blowing the playoffs.
By that logic, we'd get rid of ladders too.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a short break. We have our sponsors to get to. But when we come back from break, we're going to talk about more superstitions, which I have a bunch of them. I have the weirdest superstitions from countries around the world, and I have about 18 superstitions that we all know and love that we don't think are superstitions.
So when we come back, we're talking about superstitions. Thank God. I think that's the episode, too. We're talking about superstitions.
Shut the fuck up, all right? We'll be right back. Please go listen to some of our sponsors.
Are you a filmmaker, cosplayer, or special effects enthusiast looking to take your creations to the next level? Then look no further than New Rule FX. From realistic props to professional grade special effects equipment, New Rule FX has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Explore their extensive catalog of high quality products and unleash your creativity like never before. Visit our link in the description to shop now below.
Hey everybody, I'm JC3.
And I'm Mr. West.
And this episode is brought to you by Dubby. Made by professionals in the USA, Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash.
No jitters.
Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, including the patented Neurofactor. You know what Dubby doesn't give you?
What's that?
No calories,
No calories.
no sugars,
No sugar.
no fillers,
No fillers.
and no artificial flavors. When the raw ingredients arrive to their FDA-registered and inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP guidelines. They undergo a quarantine while a small sample of each ingredient is taken to test for any impurities, while also being tested to ensure that the ingredients are actually what they are supposed to be and have the proper dosage.
And once the ingredients pass all the tests, then they're cleared to get mixed into the formula. So head on over to w.gg and use our offer code IsThisRealPC for 10% off your first order. That's DUBBY.GG and use the code IsThisRealPC for 10% off. They have great flavors such as Galaxy Grenade, Dub Sludge, Passion Joy Tea, Monkey Madness, and Dragonade. My personal favorites.
Dragonade's right here. I got Dragonade right here. Delicious.
Drink Dubby.
And be better.
These products are not intended to diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.
Who wants better sex? And who wants better sex starting now? The best way to get started is go to adamandeve.com.
Adam and Eve is offering 50% off just any item.
But that's not all. When you select your one item, you will also get 3 bonus items. That includes a gift for him, a special gift for her, and a gift you'll both like.
Plus 6 free movies for your viewing pleasure and free shipping.
There is discreet shipping as your privacy is priority. Plus 100% free shipping on your entire order.
Doesn't matter how much you spend or what you buy, it will all be packaged and sent discreetly for free.
Don't wait. Better sex is just one click away.
That's 50% off one item, 3 free gifts, 6 free movies, and free shipping.
Bring more pleasure and satisfaction to your bedroom.
Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy or anything you desire.
Just enter code QUESTION at checkout.
That's question, QUESTION at adamandeve.com.
This exclusive offer is specific to this podcast only. So be sure at checkout you punch in the code QUESTION. That is QUESTION at checkout. And get your 50% off one item, 10 free gifts, and free shipping. Remember, use code QUESTION. Also remember to listen to Is This Real every Sunday at 8 o'clock with new episodes starting July 16th. Remember, everybody, question everything and put that question at the end of your checkout.
adamandeve.com.
And welcome back as we continue our episode about superstitions. Anthony, we're talking about superstitions.
Oh, good, because I was wondering if we were going to talk about the thing on the screen.
Sometimes, West, can you just Muay Thai him for
Please
me
don't.
one
Please
time
fucking
on camera?
No, we'll do that for like our 100,000th subscriber. A special video for that person.
Oh, no, 100,000 subscriber?
Yep.
Oh, no, you're getting fucking castrated. That's what you're doing.
No!
Anywho.
Welcome to the YouTube channel, and today we're gonna castrate Tony.
No!
If we get 1,000 subscribers from this video because of that, we'll castrate him.
No, we won't. No, we will not.
We'll Muay Thai him.
No, I'll just take pictures. I'll send them out. On Polaroids even.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. So we have more superstitions. We lost everybody from that. We have more superstitions.
Yes.
The first one I want to get into is, I think everybody does this. Well, I've never seen you do it. Maybe you have. I know, Joshua, you've done it. And I definitely know us as Italians do it. Knocking on wood.
Yes.
That is a superstition. Have you ever,
We always say, oh, knock on wood.
I mean, do you think, like it's becoming like no Diddy is a superstition now, too? No Diddy?
No.
Hey, yo.
No Diddy is just like. That's just he done, bro. Like besides all that nigga done, bro.
Okay, so knocking on wood. Do we know where it actually came
I
from?
know. Hit me. I'm very curious.
A beaver.
So, a beaver.
Is it something to do with like Christ? Because like the wood was made out of a tree, so for good luck they tapped on the wood.
No, you piece of shit.
Like, hang in there, Jesus.
No,
knock, knock.
it's Indo-European, Celtic, or possibly British.
Oh.
So the actual
It's
origins or even meanings of the phrase are as varied as the cultures which use it, with some suggesting roots in the Indo-European or Celtic belief that spirits, good and bad, resided in trees, who could be either called upon for protection or chased away by knocking on their home. And others, particularly Christians, linking the practice to the magical powers of the wooden crucifix.
I was right. I had no idea that I was right. So if you're if you're being chased through the woods, let's just say by a 350-pound guy wearing a clown outfit, and you can
So have you chased somebody in the woods wearing a clown outfit?
hypothetically,
This is why we can't release him.
release me.
This is why the American people need to be armed.
Excuse me?
Yes.
The right to bear arms, motherfucker.
Well,
And I have the right to arm
support
bears.
the right to arm bears.
I want to see a black bear running through the streets with an AK-47.
Anywho,
No, so if you're being chased,
I don't care what you have.
you can
to
just
say.
walk up to a tree and knock on it, and spirits will
So
help
this
you.
one, there's subtle variations, and sometimes so subtle through origins. Like apparently Italians touch steel instead of knocking on wood. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish you nothing but the good thing, Giuseppe. Touch the I-beam. Is it going to be okay?
no, there you go. Perhaps more related to iron horseshoes. Shut up. She's not Italian. Poles?
Polish people.
Polish people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's the proper.
Yeah, Poles. You know, the
Yeah.
other one
the
is...
other one's not. That's a slur.
Yes.
Okay. And Russians touch unpainted wood.
I feel lacquer. No, thank you.
Duh.
Turks knock twice. Latin American knock on wood with no legs, i.e. chairs. Chairs have legs. Dude, this is fucked up. I don't get it, but okay. Our next one.
They also knock on the wood to make sure it's sturdy enough to carry them from one island to America.
No, West. That one is definitely a more tiable offense.
Well, I mean, you don't want to get out in the middle of the fucking
You know
Gulf
what
of
it is?
Mexico
Dude,
with a shitty piece of wood.
You've literally, you've inspired me. There's gonna be a more God damn it, a more tieable offense counter on the episode now. And every time you say something, it's gonna bing. And we're gonna add it up at the end of the season. And then we're gonna have one video, and he's gonna hit you that many times at the end of the season.
You are gonna be my heavy bag, bitch.
So I have a question.
I
All in
kinda
favor?
want this. I kind of like this idea.
All in favor, say aye.
I don't even want. It's a good idea, but I'm gonna be the one to suffer. So
It's called body conditioning.
can't we do like an AI thing where you
No.
think it's me?
No, you're going to get burnt, bitch.
Well, you have to start keeping count. It doesn't appear that it doesn't. I don't know.
Oh no,
anyone.
I'm gonna intently listen to the episodes now. Number 2. In fact, Joshua, start writing it down. I'll give you a pen and paper every episode. Just write the fuck down.
I'll spot you 5 right off the bat.
Oh
the
no.
board. Just put it up just at the beginning of the episode. Today's more tiable offenses.
You just tally.
All right.
It's gonna be like, yo, what's with all the tallies?
Number 2 one I
You'll
never
understand. You'll understand.
I never understood this one, throwing salt over your shoulder.
In case you're cooking backwards and the pot's behind you.
No. It involves tossing salt over the shoulder, like
saw
knocking
Billy-
wood.
I think in Billy and Mandy they said that like a snail goes in your ear, but like the salt kills the
It's
snail.
warding off evil. In this case, the devil himself.
Because the devil's following you. And I understand like the superstition of like you lay down a salt line, it goes through a demon can't cross that line. That's where it probably comes from. So when you're walking away, you throw it over your shoulder. That way the devil who's walking behind you can't follow you, which is still stupid.
The next one was walking under ladders. We talked about walking under ladders.
Well,
I do it.
see, I work for a company. We have bucket trucks. Does that count?
It's not a ladder.
Shut
it's not
the
an
fuck
A.
up.
It's not an A-frame ladder.
Oh, it has to be an A-frame ladder. 'Cause
Specifics.
I've also walked under like ladders that are propped up against the wall, so it doesn't count.
It's a ladder.
It does count.
It does.
This is weird. I need rules.
Broken mirrors.
I break
Well, see,
mirrors.
I have this thing about mirrors. I think mirrors are fucked up anyway, because I
Oh.
do think they
Well,
have some.
if I had to look in a mirror and see that looking back at me, I would hate them too. I'll spot you too.
I'm
So
on
I'm
the,
up to 7.
I'm on the wide shot right now, and I'm just looking at the intensity.
Oh no!
in the
It's not a
air.
more tiable offense.
Oh no!
This one you're gonna get stabbed.
I have my knife.
Of course you do.
We could always just opt out to what I said in the group chat, where I could just like make him my pig.
I don't remember this one. But yes, broken mirrors. See, I think broken mirrors in general are just fucking weird. And
Yeah.
I understand.
Is there anyone about cameras? Because I don't like that one.
There's that one too, and it's the same premise. Like, this is an image. This is something that takes your image. So a lot of people don't fuck with that, and that's I could see that's what the
Well, there's been a lot of videos, regardless if you believe them or not. I mean, they're not broken mirrors, but like the mirror, the image in the mirror stops and the person's still walking.
yeah.
That shit fucks me up.
Yeah, that's creepy. But like,
Um,
I can understand like that's my image there, and this entity is taking it. And if I break the mirror, I think this is where it stems from. If you break the mirror, your image is trapped in there, so it's a part of your soul.
Well,
Same thing like with cameras, which is why a lot of primitive people, and I mean that by that, like people that still are not in 2024 all the way, like the people like Senegal Island, they don't fuck with like anything like that because they're afraid that like you're taking a part.
cannibals.
Well, they're cannibals, but they're not all cannibals. Like they're afraid that like it's taking a part of your soul, their soul, when you capture them on film.
Anyway,
It's stupid.
so I
I
mean,
kind of believe it to an extent.
what it is also is they also think you're opening up a portal to another realm.
Oh.
That's why
Breaking a mirror.
breaking a mirror.
I can see that.
And the same thing with the
I can see
next
that.
one.
I can see that.
And the same thing with the next one, which is Joshua's favorite one: step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Yeah.
They think
Or
because
Josh likes to call it attempted murder.
the cracks and just things like that,
Well, crack is bad for you.
or yes, are portals to another realm or something like that that can release bad energy or bad demons or anything like that.
They're not. They're just cracks. Things break, and sometimes, and I don't have the mental capacity to watch where I'm walking all the time.
You can barely see where you're walking all the time,
That's fair.
just like you can barely see your penis. Anywho, the next one, if
Yeah,
everyone heard,
hold on a second. He is right. I haven't seen him in a while. I had to put it on a milk carton. Problem is, he took up all four sides of the milk carton. So, if you see him, let me know.
well, that's fine. At least I'm not fucking my refrigerator. Anywho, the next one.
I'm not speaking to the refrigerator right now because it's leaking.
Anywho, the next one. Everyone's heard this one. See a penny, pick it up all day long, and have good luck. Lucky pennies. That is the next one. Do you believe in lucky pennies?
I'm going to refrain from the next words that I'm going to say.
So you're just gonna be quiet the entire time?
Yes.
No, dude. Just say what you have
why
to say.
do you? What's with the with
Tell
lucky
Anthony to
pennies?
go fuck himself, or please hit him. Wipe the
No.
Muay Thai slate clean right now.
No. Why are you afraid of lucky pennies? Or,
So, hold on. Do you want to do as many Muay Thai hits, or do you just want one?
can we establish
really-
this after the fucking episode?
Okay.
So, what about the lucky pennies?
I just feel like a Jew.
Maybe we should.
I should have been in a wide shot.
Any-
But I'm on Eric, and he's just, yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Anywho,
I warned
okay.
y'all.
See, in this economy, picking up a penny really doesn't do anything.
Pennies aren't worth anything.
Yeah, it's not. It's like, you know, like a bag of pennies, like you play as kids, the plastic ones. Like for 100 of them, like when you like as a kid,
I've never received a bag of fake pennies as a child.
like not even like during like
Really?
kindergarten and shit. You play with fake money to understand what what money is.
Very rarely.
Well, your kindergarten teacher was an abuser, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, she tied me up.
But like as a kid, you know, I wish you were joking. He's not.
Wait a minute.
As a kid, like the way you
Fuck
learn,
you, Miss Lodato.
she's dead. Doesn't matter. As a kid, you learn the value of money. At least we're in my class, she had fake money, but like 100 pennies, fake pennies, is like $4. I want everyone to stop and understand what I just said. In 2024, if you go to a teacher supply store to get fake pennies and get 100 of them, that costs more than 100 real pennies.
Hold on. Like, so what they're basically saying for lucky pennies is that back in the old days, like I'm talking about fucking old days.
Back when pennies were actually made out of copper.
Yeah, they're saying they're lucky because apparently the metal,
Copper.
regarded by many ancient cultures as quite valuable, was sent by the gods to protect those whom they favored. So if you had money,
It's copper.
basically saying if you had money, it's because the gods gave you money,
Okay.
and you're lucky because the gods gave you money.
Luck is a superstition.
Well, yeah. Some say the luck could either break, and then if you find the penny tails up, you should turn it over and leave it for the next person, or you'll actually have bad luck. I've never heard that one.
So now I have to negotiate with the superstitions because I have an extra penny that I found on the sidewalk. Okay, imagine this was a thing back when a penny meant something. Like, oh my God, a penny. If I could buy like a loaf of bread or some shit. But then you find this penny and it's face down.
Tails up.
Tails up, right? So you go, oh fuck. This loaf of bread that I could purchase, I can't. My family has to starve now because if I pick it up, I'll have bad luck. And I'll have to, that's like finding
See,
a $100 bill today and be like, oh, I don't see Ben Franklin, so I'll just flip it, leave it for the next asshole.
See, I don't care about those. If I have bad luck, at least my stomach's full.
Yeah, that's great. Like you might have a full stomach, but then your house burns down. Like
Not that extreme.
you don't know the limit of bad luck.
The next one is the lucky horseshoe. Another object commonly thought to be lucky is the horseshoe. Earliest origins of the horseshoe function as a good luck charm reside in its volval shape, seen upside down, and the invocation of the pagan moon goddess Diana and her sacred vulva.
So it's all about pussy.
Not the Volvo.
I am my grandmother's
Bastard.
grandson. Horseshoe equals pussy. Nay! Here's the
She
thing.
listens to these episodes. you
Here's the
asshole.
thing.
I'm gonna mute him.
You can always edit that out. Here's the thing.
No, fuck you. You deserve it.
Here's the thing with the donkey shoe. I mean the horseshoe. If you have a donkey shoe,
That's Tijuana.
your luck's not as good. If you have a donkey shoe.
Here's another
Josh
one that.
gonna throw something at me.
Here's another one that
trying to
everybody
look
goes.
for
I think
something.
Wes is done.
Is
with
this a
this
horseshoe?
episode.
No, it's a burro.
Wes, are you done? I think another one everybody follows. I think we follow it more towards Halloween time. Friday the 13th.
Italians actually don't like Friday the 17th. I'm not making a joke. That's a legit thing. You can look that up. Friday the 17th in Italy is the
Well,
bad
that's
day
the
of luck.
Romans.
Yeah.
Like the number 7 for the Romans, magical significance has been attached to the number 13, but this time it's unlucky rather than lucky. Number 12 has frequently been seen as positive. 12 months of the year, 12 signs of the zodiac, for example, 12 days of Christmas, 12 tribes of Israel. Naturally,
12 hours, 12 whatever face numbers on a
shut
clock.
the fuck up. Naturally making its nearest neighboring number to the north negative. Like other superstitions surrounding the Last Supper, the 13th is also seen as as unlucky because once again the great betrayer Judas was the 13th member of the dinner party that led to Christ's crucifixion. Dude couldn't catch a break. In addition, on Friday the 13th of October 1307, King Philip IV of France arrested and put to death to hundreds of Templar knights.
Yes, that was the essentially the end of the Templars.
Yes. The next one is Black Cats.
Hold on. Let's stay on the 13 for a minute.
Okay, we'll stay on the 13th.
It doesn't. It's just a number,
Very
obviously,
good, yes.
right? It's so bad that there are buildings in the United States of America today
That don't
have a
the
13th floor.
Yes.
We have to pretend when we're on the 14th floor that we have to pretend that when we're actually on the 13th floor that it's the 14th floor because otherwise it feels spooky. This is one of those things that I can't stand. You have an architect, someone who had to go and pay for education to get that job, to design a building. And in his building plans, he decides to go, people don't like 13, so we're not going to have it on here. You can't hit the button to take you to a 13th floor. It doesn't exist. We pretend it's not a real thing.
I mean, the 13th floor is a real thing. It's just more so used for like mechanical shit.
In some buildings, yeah, but
I
in
was saying,
hotels.
Isn't that like really old buildings?
Yes, but
Or
that's
they
my
don't.
point. Like, why?
Well, yeah, it's really fucking old. They still believe in stuff like that. In modern day buildings, I'm pretty sure there's a 13th floor.
I want to.
There's a 13th floor, and if they don't put it on the elevator, it's just usually used as like a mechanical room or
Yeah, like maintenance or
mechanical.
You got it. I want to like when I hear
storage
that
or some shit.
When I hear that, it's like, oh no, the 13th floor here is not. We don't use the 13th floor. I want to smack him upside the fucking head and tell him grow up.
I've seen buildings in New York that you go 12, 14.
Yeah, so have I. It makes no fucking sense.
Well, how old are the buildings in New York?
Even if they're
Well,
old,
no, I'm
the
talking
people
like-
who built
I'm
them are
talking
dead.
I'm talking like newer buildings. Like I've seen newer buildings that they just go from 12 to 14.
And even if it's an older building, the people who built them are fucking
dead.
dead.
Some architects and some builders still follow that superstition.
That's stupid to me. Like, if you take over a building and you realize there's no 13th floor, it goes from 12 to 14, I think in 2024 it's your obligation to go, no, we have a 13th floor. Everyone needs to grow the fuck up and live on you now live in 1301. And if that person wants to, I have to move out of my apartment because I can't do the number 13, you don't get to live in that building. Get the fuck out.
That's why, to avoid all that shit, they just don't do it.
It's stupid.
I think the Twin Towers had a 13th floor, and we see what happened to them.
That's not very funny.
Anywho, the next one is the black cat, but we talked about the black cat.
Nothing wrong with black cats. They're beautiful animals.
This one we
Little
all
voids with eyes.
we all at least one point in our life have done. Cross fingers.
Yeah, because it's something it's easy to do and everyone can do it. If you can't do it, it's because you're missing fingers and you're a lobster person.
It's
Jeez, what's with the hostility?
I know, like he's
Superstitions piss me off.
I can tell.
very hostile tonight. Like it's like superstitions and flat Earth people are the things that Anthony just like.
Oh,
But-
I haven't even gone on. I haven't done anything on superstitions on TikTok.
So it
Not-
comes
not
from a
yet.
pre-Christian, pagan times in Western Europe,
Of course, it's pagan.
when the practice of making a cross on your own, with your own and the index finger, that doesn't make any sense. With your own middle finger and the index finger of another person was thought to concentrate your own and another person's
Oh,
index finger.
it's a weird handshake.
I read that wrong.
It's a finger shake.
Was thought to concentrate the forces of good spirits and to seal a pact or a wish with the fellow crosser.
Oh, so like a pinky promise.
A pinking promise. Yes, a peaky promise.
But wait, if you want to,
The index promise.
hold on a second. This is a very powerful gesture. The cross doing this, because if you do this, you're like, oh, I hope this happens. I hope this happens. But if you're shaking a deal with someone and you're crossing a finger like behind your back, then you don't want it to happen. It goes both
well, it's
ways.
pointed down. That's why.
No, it can be pointed up.
Well, that's not really. It's not like you don't want it to happen. It's more like you're lying.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
Like this gesture goes both ways.
Over time, people
And also,
realize.
if you ever did this to a chick,
Shut
stretch
up.
out the sides.
Over time, people realize they can simply bless their own wishes by crossing their own index fingers, and
Write that
later
one down.
simply the index and middle fingers on one hand, which is what we do today.
If you want to wish yourself luck and cross yourself, you should just hug yourself. It feels so much better. Just do this.
What? Another narrative pins the practice on early Christians who would greet and identify one another in secret with various symbols like crossing the index fingers, touching thumbs, etc. Like this? No, like this, or like this, or like that. Like, are we doing thumb wars?
All the Catholics back then got together and the Christians and said, we need a secret handshake. And the priest took that literally in thousands of years with the altar boys.
My God, man.
Sorry.
Fucking A.
Just saying, if a kid says, Father Bill and I have a special handshake, you take that kid to therapy.
Here's a weird one.
You arrest Father Bill.
Chewing gum at night.
What?
This originated from Turkey.
Huh?
Have you ever heard the irrational fear of accidentally consuming dead flesh? Well, in
What? I'm sorry, I accidentally ate a cheeseburger? What the fuck are you talking about?
in Turkey,
Oops,
it is
I
thought
ate Grandma.
it is thought that after dark, chewing gum is magically transformed, like the Mogwai in the movie Gremlins, who turn into the titular monsters if they eat after midnight into the flesh of the dead.
That is stupid beyond words. I don't listen. If you're watching this and you're hating me right now, I understand.
I hate you all the time.
That's fair. I understand because I am openly saying that these things that you believe in are stupid, and that is going to generate some hostile feeling towards you, towards me. There's going to be aggressive feelings. I understand that.
We have a couple more, so shut the fuck up.
I'm not apologizing.
We're almost going to get to our second break, but I do want to get these last couple ones
Sure.
finished. I have 5 more to get through, or
It's
6
like, did
more.
you know that swinging a dead cat by the tail
Shut the fuck
at the
up.
stroke of midnight gives you 5 years good
My
luck?
God.
I'm
Stop,
going to fucking mute him.
Sorry.
Stop me on one that you want me to explain a little bit more, okay? Ready? The number 4 in China.
I know that one. Do you know that one?
The number 4 in China or Japan?
China. What about you, Josh?
I don't think I've ever heard.
Doesn't it mean like death?
Yes, the way they pronounce the word death in Chinese is almost like exactly the same as they pronounce the number 4, so they don't like to say 4.
I'm pretty sure this is Japanese that we're talking about.
It says China. It does not say Japan.
Because the Japanese have the same. Because the Japanese have the same exact thing. They don't like the word she because the word because she is close to means death, and it also can be used as the number 4.
Number 13 is writing love letters to Juliet Capulet. Juliet Capulet. I don't know who the fuck.
Fucking Romeo and Juliet.
Like who sits there and writes out love letters to Juliet now?
There's actually I think it's a movie called Letters to Juliet.
There is actually.
And it's all about this superstition. I never watched the movie. I know, like, it's, I forgot. I really have forgotten.
Writer, hold on. At the Casa de Giulietta in Verona, Italy, where the Capuletti family supposedly lived at Via Copella 23, visitors can write their own love letters to and even rub the right breast of the nearby statue of Juliet.
Oh, you mean I can go to another country and rub the breast of a 13-year-old statue, a statue of a 13-year-old girl, and not get arrested?
This is all done in hopes of earning her favor.
They really
like
are.
the Romeo of long ago, even if the pair themselves
Hold
were
that
not so
comment
lucky.
into yourself.
They
Yeah.
really do know
Shut
the
the
right
fuck up.
ways to live life.
Curse of the Evil Eye.
The Maloik.
In Italian, Middle Eastern. I'm sorry, Middle Eastern and Mediterranean. The Maloik in Italian, the third eye in other religions.
Well, damn.
You don't know what the Maloik is?
Don't fucking give me the Maloik.
Yeah, that's an Italian thing.
You can give the evil eye, or you can protect yourself from the evil eye. It's the same shit.
Number 15, tucking
Not really.
thumbs inside of a cemetery in Japan.
Oh, it's
4
Japanese.
fingers.
Oh, yeah. 4 death. Yeah. 4 horsemen. Tony Schiavone. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Giving yellow flowers in Russia is a superstition. Like numbers, colors have frequently been assigned to symbolic significance, like black being seen as the color of bad luck and red as the color of passion. In Russia, yellow flowers in particular are seen as problematic as they are thought to represent infidelity, separation, or even death.
So if a husband just picks a sunflower for his wife, she's, are you fucking Sergey behind my back? And then they have a problem. This is fucking dumb.
So I can't give my lady sunflowers when we're in Russia because
Nope.
she loves sunflowers. So.
That's right.
Sweeping at the
Sorry,
feet
baby.
of somebody.
You heard it, Russia.
Can't do it. Sweeping at the feet of somebody. That was in South America. South Americans believe that if your feet are swept over by a broom, you will remain single for the rest of your life. Their curse can be broken if you immediately spit on the broom.
Not only am I going to get dirty, now you're going to spit on the fucking thing?
What?
The shit just sweeps you up and you're just like, bitch.
And
Fucking
number
picking me
18,
up like that.
from the Caribbean itself, itchy palms. Depending which palm of yours begins to itch, you may find yourself in the Caribbean with a bit of extra spending money or in the red. It is a common belief that itchy left palms mean you will owe money soon, whereas itchy right palms mean you'll be getting money soon.
Okay. That seems very similar to, like, when you're online and you see, like, hey, if you don't repost this, it means Jesus doesn't love you or something like that. Like, true followers of Christ will repost this, or if you follow Satan, you'll ignore it. It sounds like the same thing as every chain email from like the 90s. Like, hey, this has been circulating amongst all your friends. If
The
you don't
Nigerian
email,
Prince scam.
not that, well, not
Okay.
that, but like,
Okay, no one cares, Tony. Really, no one cares. Anyway, Joey, that actually sounds familiar because I've always heard it, like maybe because of my Spanish heritage.
hey,
that-
fuck you, fat.
you heard me. When your palms itch, it was never really specific as to which hand. It was just if your hands itched, you were gonna receive money.
This fat cocksucker literally went, hold on, step aside.
Because I'm gonna talk about it and not let you babble. That's why.
Fuck you.
Here's a superstition
Shut
for
the
you.
fuck up.
Yeah,
We
shut
have
up.
to go to break. We'll be right back. Please continue listening and listen to some of our sponsors. We'll be right back. Calling all cat lovers. Are you tired of your furry friend taking over your living space? Say hello to Cat Cave Co., your one-stop shop for all things stylish cat furniture. Their modern designs seamlessly blend into your home decor while providing your cat with a cozy sanctuary of their own. Discover the perfect piece for your feline friend today using the link in the description and reclaim your space without compromising your style. Your cat will thank you.
Hey, fellow truth seekers. Want to take your love for the Is This Real podcast to the next level? Check out our exclusive merchandise line designed for curious minds like yours in mind. From comfy tees and hoodies to stylish mugs and accessories, our merchandise is the best way for you to show your passion for unraveling the mysteries of the fucking universe. Visit our online store at isthisrealpc.com and gear up to explore the universe in style. Don't just listen, wear your curiosity with pride with Is This Real podcast merchandise.
Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisraelpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality. Visit isisraelpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isisraelpc.com. Welcome back to the Quieting Anthony Hour. No, we're back to our episode about superstitions. We're finishing this episode off, our second episode of season 13.
Quiet you.
So, as we listed all these superstitions that we went through, and we went through a couple of them tonight, there are still a ton more. Are you okay there, buddy? Don't burn down the studio. We just built this.
Wheezy F baby.
There's a ton more. The one, okay, personally, that I don't know if anybody else has done this, but Anthony, I don't think you guys. Maybe you remember. It was years ago.
Years.
You probably weren't because we weren't that close then. Anthony, you remember the last time the Jets were in the playoffs?
Yeah, 2011, 2010.
Yes. Do you remember watching the video? Do you remember watching the games with Dad?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Our Father,
Yep.
who art in heaven,
Who are
No.
upstairs.
who art upstairs. Our Father, boys. Joshua, you listening?
What the fuck does that mean, by the way?
Yes.
Father who art in heaven.
No.
Okay,
who
hold
are-
on. Shut up. I'm talking. Our Father, during the Jets playoff game, thought that a fucking couch pillow
Mhm.
was a lucky charm.
Yes.
Every playoff game, this
Yep.
man would place, and I might have to get up to show everybody, but he would place the pillow in front of the TV and do this.
You don't have to. You can describe it.
Shut up. No. Walk onto the pillow. And then jump off of it.
It's true. He used
This
to.
man would used to sit there and spin step on a pillow.
When like the Jets blew a lead, he would jump off the couch, run over to the pillow, and do his little dance, and then sit back down. And he would think that by doing that, the Jets would rally and come back.
See, sports is
the
full
Jets
of that.
did not rally and come back.
No.
Well, I mean, the Jets
Well,
did go to
maybe.
the AFC Championship game that year and the previous year, but sports are filled with superstitions.
Oh, absolutely. Like you have some guys who like they have to wear the same socks every game, or
Yeah.
they have to eat the same kind of meal before
Same
prep
underwear,
or
same
something
practice.
Like
One thing
yeah.
I love about baseball, and when you're in a rally, bottom of the ninth, fans take their hat and pull it inside out and wear it. It's called a rally hat cap.
Yeah, you see a whole bunch of stupid shit.
There's so much shit. Like my favorite example of that is again, have anybody seen the movie Major League?
Yeah, once.
All right, this one player, he's African descent, and it's a little racist if you think about it, but he's an African descent, and he's praying to his Lord, and there's a picture of this doll, not a picture, but there's this doll that's there, and he burns something in front of it every game, so it brings him good luck.
Yeah, I remember that.
So sports is filled with superstition. Like we didn't really talk about the sports aspect of superstition in this episode, which I think we could do a fucking episode on
Oh,
that
absolutely.
about by itself.
Absolutely.
Like we're just talking about the general superstitions of the world.
The first time I saw the Canadians play live down in Newark, the Habs won that night. And when I think it was me and Dad, and on the way back we were talking about the game, and he's like, "That's what you got to wear every time you go see them now, because every time you wear that your jersey, they'll win." And I went, "Really?" Because I was a child and I was stupid, and I was like, "Really?"
Was?
And he was like, "Yeah, that's how that works."
Beat me to it.
And I believed him. And the next time I went and I watched the Habs play in Newark, and I wore that jersey, they got blown out. And then, but here's the thing. I blamed myself. I thought I was the reason. I was like, I'm the reason they lost. The playoffs went down the drain. I still wore the jersey. What else could I have done?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. There's been many times in
Father, please help me.
There's been
Trauma.
for me though. There's been many times I'll like. It hasn't helped in recent years, but like every Jet game that I watch, I have to wear a Jet item. Now, granted, you could look at it as as fandom, but I'm like, if I don't, I know we're not gonna win that game. Like I have it in my head of saying that. So I mean, like I said, sports is something that. Do you have any examples in your life that you use superstitions or anything like that? Wes.
I'm thinking.
Well, I know. I just pointing it out to the people who are listening to the audio.
Are there any points in my life that I use superstitions?
Like, say you're getting on a plane and you're praying to God that it doesn't crash. But is there's like something you do, like if I do this just the right way, the plane's not going to go down.
No, because if it crashed, then we're fucked.
Okay. Do you want to continue thinking? I'll go over to Joshua.
Yes.
Joshua.
I don't think I have any actually.
Okay.
I'm actually probably in the same boat as Eric. I don't have any superstitions at all, to be honest.
Even
I
if,
said,
see, like
when I was a kid, yeah, because obviously you're stupid. But as I'm older, I'm like, no. I mean, bad shit happens just because you made a mistake at some point.
I don't want this to sound like weird, but like in cultural wise, there are a lot of superstitions that you guys still don't follow it, like in Hispanic culture, as far as like.
I mean, there
superstitions?
is superstitions. Just I don't follow that. I don't
Like
believe any of that.
for the Italians and Catholics, Moloic and shit like that. That's a lot of people, a lot of Italians believe in that stuff.
This, I guess, the saging of houses, cleansing of
You
houses.
believe that works?
Not really.
It happens in our culture, but
Yeah, no,
You
like
know,
it
like
happens.
me-
It happens in our culture. Like,
me
is
and
there
him don't believe it.
is there
so-
is there truth to it? I'm not gonna deny that there's like truth to it, but it hasn't, from my personal experience. Like, I don't fuck with the supernatural for me to be casting away supernatural shit.
Even to turn around and be like, do you think even believing in that you're sitting there inviting supernatural spirits?
Well, that's because that's exactly what sage does.
Because even if you think that you're casting out shit, what you're really doing is just inviting shit to come into your house. Just because you're drawing that that sort of like magical
Even with a
ritual.
castaway prayer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You believe the same thing, Joshua?
That's just me. That's just me personally.
Well, yeah,
those
that's
are
why
you.
I went over to Josh and said.
Yeah, that's more Eric. Me, no, not really. I mean, I've known other people of the Hispanic heritage, stuff like that, where they do like sage or they do prayers or they, keep people in their prayers, same thing basically, stuff like that. But for me, no. I mean, I kind of grew up in a fucked up household to begin with, so it's like, no, there really was no superstitions. Like I knew of the random, popular ones, but that's really it, to be honest.
Has anyone been on the receiving end of someone else's superstition? You had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Oh, bro, I hate when I'm fucking walking and motherfuckers just grab me saying, "Don't split the pole," and I'm like, bro, like, what the
Oh
fuck is
yeah,
that?
I know exactly
Like,
what you
bro,
mean.
that should be annoying as hell. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, no, don't split. What the fuck, bro? Like, it's just a fucking pole.
I had one. My first
That
new-
shit wouldn't be annoying as hell. And it's usually always the females that be doing that shit.
the first new car I bought.
Throwing
which-
$1 in.
Yeah, like I have change I'm gonna throw in your back seat. I'm like, why? Put it in my pocket. What the fuck is? Now I gotta go hunt for it. Like I need shit for the tolls. Why are you throwing it in my car?
Got an easy pass.
I'm not allowed. They I owe them $500 and something. They won't have me back.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There was an issue.
Disputed.
I don't know how we're getting to Philly tomorrow. I don't have an easy pass.
Anywho.
Yeah. That's to me. I'm like, I don't understand it. I don't like it when people like impose their superstitious belief onto me, because I have to walk the delicate line of. I don't want to say like, hey, that's really stupid. Like you don't want to insult somebody, but at the same time, I don't want to participate in the superstition either. It's like,
Well, does anybody believe in that the superstition about crossing a graveyard? Like
no.
bad shit's gonna happen if you don't hold your fingers.
By who? What's gonna happen?
What
Everyone's
the,
fucking dead.
what the fuck is that?
There's a superstition that if you're driving past a graveyard, you
Okay.
cross your fingers to ward off evil, whatever.
I
Evil
cross them
spirits.
because I hope I don't die
Roll
soon.
down the window and scream, "I got Jesus in this motherfucker, bitch, and I dare you to try me."
See, like, but that for, this whole topic
I don't
for
know if
me
it
is
counts if you got gangster.
no. I don't think it does.
But he's forgiving though.
I don't think you could sit there and use Jesus as a warding tool for bad superstitions.
Hey, listen, I have cursed out shit in my house. I'd be like, "Listen, bro, you in Jesus' house. Get the fuck out of here, bitch ass motherfucker."
Okay. Joshua, for me, this episode is a little more like this whole season for me is interesting coming from your eyes because you are an atheist.
Yes.
And most of the shit that we're talking about this season is like it can be construed into a religious
Context.
and it's like what's the word I'm trying to say? It is interesting to me to see your views on it because whether you believe in these things or not. Because if you believe in these aspects, it's like, are you a fool? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I think what you're trying to say is like, if you're willing to compromise and go, ooh, there's a supernatural or spiritual force that impacts me if I do or don't do this certain thing, then what is stopping you from believing in a higher power, i.e., God?
I mean, I'm not
Well,
trying to
it's a
like blow your
good-
shit up, like
No,
like
I get what you're saying, but it's a good thing I don't believe in fucking superstitions and I'm an atheist. So, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Like, it'd be one thing if someone's like, I'm not an atheist. I mean, sorry, if someone's like, I'm an atheist, but I always throw salt over my shoulder or something like
shit
that. No, you're just stupid at that point. You're
Yeah.
stupid.
I mean, this motherfucker. I mean,
seen
I
other
understand.
people.
I understand the shit that you want to do, but like, he was hopscotching on every crack back when he was a child.
Child is the operative word, though.
No, he
Yeah,
probably did it when he was 18.
He was murderous as a
He
child.
was like, it's still gonna fucking work. I know it.
I mean, come on. We did a video about all those random, myths or stuff like that, and I drove backwards.
I'm sorry. I looked over and this motherfucker looked like he's chanting.
That's true. Like in our weird New Jersey
Yeah,
haunted New Jersey episode.
Yeah, I drove.
He's like, "Come
backwards
here, Satan,
3
come get me."
Yeah, I drove
I
backwards
love how
three
you rolled.
times.
Yeah, rolled down the window. It didn't fucking work.
Exactly. This is why I don't fucking believe. I'm very big into. I don't believe any of it
Until it
and-
happens to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not. I'm the type that the more you fuck around, the more you find out. So
The graph.
Yeah,
The fuckness.
the graph.
The finding outness.
Yeah, I'm not stupid enough to actually go through with it.
He's not even on the graph.
Yeah, exactly. So if somebody wants to do it in front of me, and that's my proof, then yeah, that'll be a different story. But I'm not gonna do it because I've already had a fucked up life and a lot of shit happening. I don't need to make it worse.
It's truly understandable. That's truly understandable. I understand what you're coming from. Does anybody have anything else to add for this episode?
I had something else, and I'm drawing a blank. So
Thank fucking Christ. West, Sir West, good, Mr. West. Nothing. He's shaking his head, people. Well, if you're listening to it, he's shaking his head. How about you, Joshua, Lord Roadblockington?
No, I mean it's an interesting topic because when you think about it, it's like there's a lot of fucking superstitions, and it's like you hear of some of them and then you forget them, and then talking about them is like, oh shit, it's kind of nostalgic, almost. It's
Mhm.
not so much like I believe in the shit, but
It's
it's
like-
just it's an interesting interesting topic to talk about. Shit, I
And it's
can't
like,
talk
wow,
tonight.
we used to talk about that shit when we were younger.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, did you do this? Did you do this? Do you believe it? And it's like, it's whatever now.
It
to
was
be
like I was
honest.
stepping on the cracks I was trying to murder. Next week, we have a topic that I think Mr. West is very interested in. Next week, Mr. West, we're talking about alchemy. Apparently, he was an alchemist.
oh,
Were you Full Metal? No. Okay.
okay.
He's done tonight. Mr. West has checked out. So nothing else to add. Okay. Next week, everybody, like I said, we're talking about alchemy as we continue our season 13 episodes. Go to all of our social media pages. TikTok is this real PC. Instagram is this real podcast. Twitter, which is blowing up with a bunch of WBC people. That's is this real PC. Please go to our website, isthisrealpc.com. And go to the TikTok, go to the link in the bio, and you get all of our socials on there on TikTok. And you can check us out and everything. And please go subscribe to our Green Hour Media YouTube page. We're close to 500 subscribers. We need you to subscribe. And every little detail and every little link that you see in the bio, not in the bio, but link in the description of our videos, please go click them. Use those links, use those codes, and everything you saw tonight. And you can help us become bigger. We want that. We might have to cut him out, but we want that. So please go and do that. And we'll see you guys next week. Remember, everybody, say goodnight.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Got
Good
to
night,
me.
everybody.
Remember, everybody, question everything. We'll see you next week for alchemy. Good night.
Though through the weaving lines they cut, even now you can't give up. Even now you can't give up. Though through the weaving lines they cut, though through the weaving lines they cut, even now you can't give up. I want you broken pieces of me, emotions.
Well, you believe in Jesus this much? It's like being a little pregnant. You can't.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
All right. How strong is your faith? That is the stupidest fucking question. How strong is your faith? Well, yeah, I really believe in Jesus, but do you think he can walk on water? Okay. Do you think he can turn water into wine? No, he can't do that. But you can walk on water. So at that point, either you're fucking totally delusional, or your faith is going to take you to the next level. And your faith is going to dictate to. So you're right. You can't gauge it. You can't sit there and say, well, there's certain, from 1 to 10, I'm a 5 on a Christian scale or whatever.
No, that's fair.
So-
but like,
Though through the weaving lines they cut, though through the
there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisraelpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality. Visit isisraelpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isisraelpc.com.